Good morning, everybody. How is it going? Today we're playing Underlord. We're going into the mid lane. This was random draft. Playing Underlord here because Underlord is a lot of fun. We played this on stream, did we? I'm not sure, actually. Yeah, I believe we did. But I wasn't recording at the time because I was just kind of chilling. And, we had a bunch of people on Discord and we were hanging out and playing a game. And, I picked Underlord just because we said, hey, let's go and do like pop train early, I'll get Aghanims. And then we realized we didn't really have a mid. We had Kunkka, but Kunkka is not really like super amazing mid. So I ended up going mid, even though I didn't buy proper items. It was just a giant mess. Like, it was just a giant mess. But either way, the game ended up being really good, and I thought I could do a post commentary on it, because why the hell not? Right? Why the hell not? So, let me go down and talk about something else before we get into this entire situation, though. Cats, again. I know. So, Nikita died not too long ago, right? And a lot of people have asked me, well, Baumi, what about Noah? Right, like, I have another cat. He's 2 years old. I had him from when he was a tiny kitten. And don't worry, he's perfectly fine. Like, he is, I personally think he seems a bit lonely, but at the same time, it's a fucking cat, and no way to tell, right? It's a cat. But this is just my impression of him, and I've had him since he was a tiny kitten, right? But anyway, the thing is, we originally got Nikita not because we wanted a second cat. We got Nikita because we wanted kind of a friend for Noah, right? That's what we got Nikita for. Because I think Noah just does better with a second cat around, and having Nikita definitely proved that. Like 100% proved that to me. That yes, he does much better with a second cat around. He's much happier, and he really likes having a second cat around. Like when we first got Nikita, she wasn't happy about him at all. She was constantly scared and running away from him, and everything was a giant mess. But he wanted to play with her. He was just there. He was happy. He was like, oh yes, finally somebody to play with and all of that. And so, because of that, I personally would like another cat. Seems a bit early to talk about it. But the thing is, again, we didn't get Nikita because we wanted a second cat. We got Nikita because we wanted a second cat for Noah. Right? Some cats just need to be kept in pairs. Like, I firmly believe that, right? There are some animals, for example, guinea pigs. If you have a guinea pig, if you don't keep them in a pair, you're being cruel to that guinea pig. Because they need to have somebody, like another guinea pig with them. And I think there are certain cats that are perfectly fine on their own, and they're very happy on their own. And there are other cats that really need a second cat. And Noah is one of those. Noah really needs a second cat. So, again, this all seems really early. But the thing is, it's not so much about me. I have looked into it. And around here, not too far from where we live, there's a family that has kittens. Tiny kittens. And they are basically still waiting to give them away. But they already like put out an ad that was like, hey, like we want to give them away once they're old enough. Which I think is a great starting point. When I saw that. Because lots of families give away their cats too early. Just a piece of advice to everybody out there. Cats need to stay with their mother until they are 12 weeks old. If you take them any earlier, you're not doing the cat any favors. It's really not a good thing to do. And as such, to see that this family valued that as well, I was very happy about that. So I called them, and yes, we're gonna go. So again, right now the whole like Nikita situation is still a little bit raw, and I personally would be okay with it. Like I've experienced loss before. In various ways. Including pets, including family. I mean, my father died when I was 13. So I am a little bit, like I know how to work through this. I know how to get past it. Mickey is not doing as well, although she's definitely doing a lot better now. She wasn't doing well for the first few days at all. Currently, she's in a much better shape. But I still want to wait a little while longer before we even go take a look at that cat. But that's a nice thing. Again, I talked to that family and they were like, yeah, sure, you can wait a little bit. It's going to be 4 weeks before you can take her anyway. And I'm like, that is fantastic. So there's another girl. She's tiny. She will be just about 12 weeks old when we get her. this is gonna be me diving this guy, hoping to get the kill. It's kind of a tricky situation. But then I see, oh my god, a haste rune? Oh yeah, well, if I'm gonna get him, it's gonna be with a double damage and a haste. Like, that is a sick-ass combination. So I just sneak in from behind. We do have the Oracle around. All I need is for the sniper to be in lane. As long as the sniper is in lane, and there he is, I activate the haste rune and immediately run in. I'm really tanky. I mean, I'm Underlord, right? Of course, shrapnel is still scary because shrapnel just does massive damage. So I go ahead and get my damage in. Just a few hits are going to be enough, and I run away. Run away at the exact right timing too. There's a good chance that if I had stayed a little while longer, I would have died. Because it would have been an additional attack from the tower, an additional attack from the sniper, and a shrapnel hit. Which I could have survived, potentially, but there's just as big of a chance, even probably a bigger chance that I would have died. So I think avoiding that situation entirely and getting out when I did was definitely the right play. And we ended up getting the kill, right? So, anyway, as I was saying, it's a little girl. She will be 12 weeks old when we get her. We're gonna get a little kitten because I think that's gonna be nice for Noah. He can, you know, play with the kitten while it grows up, while it gets older, and then he can take care of her. We're thinking about maybe keeping her indoors again. Mickey really liked having Nikita as an indoors cat, and yeah. So I'll give you guys some pictures once we go take a look at her. Again, it's gonna be a little while. It's gonna be like a... At this point, I guess, when this video gets uploaded, it's gonna be like a week before we even go take a look at the cat, and I wanna go and, you know, like, visit first. I don't know, like, I value that, right? Like, our people just don't put that much thought into it, I suppose, but I really do. I care. And I'm gonna go visit first, and then probably 2 weeks later we'll go pick her up and have a new little cat. No old cat this time. Yeah, but so that's kind of something. I don't know. It feels disrespectful to say it's exciting. I'm fine here. It does 265 damage. He can't kill me. So anyway. It feels kind of like I don't know. I hope you guys don't take this the wrong way, right? Like, I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I'm not saying, well, Nikita's gone, I immediately want something new. That's not the point. It's just a good opportunity that arose. And it's not so much about me, and it is not about Mickey. It's about Noah. Like, he just does better with a second cat around. Again, I don't know if this is just me interpreting more into the behavior of the cat than, you know, than I probably should, or whatever. But to me, it seems like he is doing worse ever since Nikita died. And I would like for him to have, you know, a play companion again, I suppose. So, you know, another little friend. Because from what I can tell, this is what I know, he always goes out and he wants to play with all of the other cats in the neighborhood. But they don't understand that he's like the most harmless fucking thing in the universe. He's terrible at fighting. He got in a fight one time and got beaten up really bad. I don't think he's ever gotten in a fight afterwards. He's terrible at fighting. He's entirely harmless. And he really just wants to play. And so, you know, like, all of the other cats in the neighborhood don't understand that, though. And they are always, like, kind of chasing him away. And I know this because my neighbors told me. Right, like, they told me that, no, like, you know, like, our cats don't want anything to do with him. And I know he doesn't really go very far away from the house. He always sticks around the house. So, yeah, I think having a second cat is going to be really nice for him again. Anyway, let's move past this, right? After loss, I think looking into the future and, you know, looking for bright light, I suppose, a little bit of an opportunity to, you know, move on and do something new. It's generally a good idea, right? It's generally a good idea. So, again, I'm saddened about Nikita, and I just think it's important to be respectful of the dead, but continue with your life anyway. That's how I see it, right? Other people see, oh, you know, you need, you know, to grieve for a long time, but I don't know. This is something that I guess my father taught me, right? He wasn't necessarily the greatest father, but the thing about him is he tried. He tried really, really hard. And that's going to be a kill. And one thing that he always valued and that he always, like, told me and taught me was just, you know, just kind of, like, try to make the best of everything you've got and live. Right? Live and try to be happy. I know that sounds like a really cliche thing to say, but you know, when he died, like that was the thing I took away from everything that he had taught me up to that point, which is right now is not the time to be sad and be, you know, horrified by death, but instead it is the time to say goodbye to those who have passed and to move on with life. This guy is also just like, hey, he's gonna be moving on with life in a second, like Monkey King coming in. Yeah, we've killed him quite a few times at this point, although I'm dropping low and I'm a little scared. The Monkey King's still going in though, so I have a second Firestorm ready. We're gonna get this kill. Sacrificing the Monkey King isn't great, and I'm not happy about it. At the same time, it is definitely a fine trade for us. It's good, like that worked out for us. Of course, sucks to say that, but it's just was a decent situation that worked. Right, like I'll trade the Monkey King for the Sniper. Actually, like, man, we're being sentimental in these videos recently, aren't we? But this is something like, at my father's funeral, I remember my cousin, who was quite a few years older. I think he's 8 years older than me, right? So he was like 20 at the time. He walked up to me. Well, actually, he spent a lot of time with me there, which was really nice. You know, but he told me that, like, we really shouldn't be here having this, you know, sad thing that's going on. We shouldn't just be sitting here being depressed. We should be having one last big party, and then we should be moving on with our life, because that's what he would have wanted. Alright, let's get into the game. Playing Underlord here. I'm rushing Aghanims. Now, this is not necessarily good. The thing about Aghanims, I think it's actually a very powerful Aghanims, but I think it is an effect that really is incredibly all-in. Right? I think it's kind of like a Drow strat, an Underlord Aghanim strat. It may not be as strong, probably isn't, definitely isn't. But it is in a similar vein, where you're just committing everything to the idea, we're gonna end this quick. We're gonna be going in, we're gonna get ourselves some kills. We're gonna build up that Aghanim's damage, and then we're gonna just kill you. The nice thing about this Aghanim's, as soon as you get it, as long as you have the aura max out, that's like the strongest it's ever going to get. It's not like a Laguna Blade, which you can get to level 18 and get stronger. No, this Aghanim's can possibly be maxed out at level 7. And then it is insanely powerful. Alright, we take quite a bit of damage here. Of course, I'm Underlord, I'm tanky, I can take some hits. Right, I did build quite tanky to activate my ultimate. Make sure I gather all up, like, I gather up my entire team, and we just go home. I did misclick a little bit, but it's not a big deal, because we managed to go home anyway, right? Yeah, I kind of, like, clicked a little bit into the wrong spot there. Not too far, but, you know, and I think it ended up working out in the end. So I'm pretty happy about that, right? We got everybody else and out, and let me go ahead and say this. I think there's gonna be a little bit of a theme in this game. Like, you remember from last time I played Underlord? Yeah, I learned how to fucking use this ultimate. I definitely learned how to use this thing. So yeah, but we're working on that Aghanims. Now, we're gonna rush the Aghanims, and the idea is we're going to end the game as quickly as possible. Right, we want to try and finish this fast, because it's just, that's gonna be our strategy. It's gonna be a pub train to somehow take it quickly. Definitely doable. And again, I do believe in this Aghanims. I think you definitely want a better team than the one we've got. I don't think our team is optimal for this whatsoever, right? If you want to do an Underlord, a core Underlord Aghanim strat, I think you really want a team like, who for example? Like a Dragon Knight. I think it would be a great fit for a team like that. Somebody that can really push and get the benefit out of this. Generally, heroes that are ranged, I guess, would be a great start. Maybe even fit a Drow Ranger in there. Let's Drow Ranger and Underlord start. Oh god, that sounds nasty as shit. You're gonna be hitting very hard. But yeah, the general idea is just, you know, I think it's a cool strategy, but it is all in. And we want to make sure we get this as quickly as possible, and then we're going to pub trade. So that's our plan at the moment. We'll see how that works out. Of course, it's always risky to have any sort of all-in strategy in every game, right? If an all-in strategy isn't risky, then it is not an all-in strategy. Then it is just a strategy, right? Then it is just a standard, this is what you should be doing. So, there's a bit of a fight up top, which is kind of scary. I saw that earlier, but I didn't quite realize just how big of a fight. So I run up there, I cast my ultimate. And then I'm like, oh shit. Oh wait, everybody's out already. Well, that's fine. I'm just gonna go home anyway, because I'm Underlord and you can't stop me. It's great. This hero is so difficult to slow down if it comes to like just teleporting home. Especially at this level. I mean, I am immensely tanky. Right? I've got massive amounts of HP, 1800 life. I went and got myself the 5 armor at level 10. I mean, it is just not possible to take down this hero without committing a shitload of resources. And it is, I don't think it is possible for their team, unless they really commit everything to killing me. But unless they get an opportunity to do that, I don't think it's possible for them to kill me before I finish my ultimate. Anyway, we get a nice trap right there on 3 heroes. In fact, we get the Ricky again. Sniper goes down, we go ahead and kill our Chaos Knight as well. And then there's a Ricky, but, I mean, it's a Ricky. Like, he's gonna be out. He TP'd. There's nothing we can do there. Like, I don't have any detection, and I just assumed the guy was gonna TP. And as we now see... Well, look at his health regeneration, right? He did TP. Yeah. It's just a little bit unfortunate we didn't catch him as well. But getting the sniper and the chaos knight, I am happy with that. There are 2 main cores down. That is really, it's fantastic for us. It's great. Gonna go ahead and push this tower now. And this is really one of those situations where having that Aghanims would be incredible. But that's fine, because I almost got it. Alright, there we go. I have it. So at this point, I'm just like, team, time to push. Right, time to push. But... I'm not sure if that's how it works out exactly, right? Again, this is a really kind of weird, interesting game. I don't really do these post-commentaries unless the game is really, really cool or I am desperately running out of videos. But actually something I'm really proud of right now is I have managed to catch up on my video schedule. I'm actually looking really good. I'm actually looking really good on my video schedule. There should be 2 videos every single day now, as well as the stream on top of that. But I'm really starting to figure out how I can manage all of that, and it's working out nicely. Something I actually would like to ask right here. Do you guys mind if I like occasionally record a video just off stream with, not like during the stream, but with like the stream overlay and such? Because I do turn it off as well. You know, sometimes I just turn it off and there's no stream overlay and everything like that. But it's generally better for me if I leave it on, so I try to leave it on as much as possible. And as such, I'm just like wondering if you guys would mind if I left it on a little bit more often. But dude, just you tell me, right? You tell me. Anyway, we go ahead and drop that. Now you can see I give 170 damage to my team. That sniper is on the retreat. One attack just cuts him down. Look at that shit. Go ahead and apply the urn again. Just make sure he dies. Easy peasy. We got 215 damage from our passive now. Spreading that to my team as well. Go ahead and kill those crepes really quick. And this is where it, of course, would be fantastic to have somebody around that is not just an Underlord, but, you know, or Undying, I guess. Like, Undying isn't great either. Like, but like a ranged hero would be fantastic, generally speaking. But anyway. Still, we are still giving 200 damage. Well, it's only half to my team. Alright, so in case you don't know how Underlord's Aghanims works, that makes the passive an aura that also works to your team, right? It usually is an aura that is like negative, a debuff aura, but it also turns into a buff aura with this. And this buff makes it so that your teammates in the aura gain half the damage from your passive, which is a lot. Like getting 100 damage on 5 heroes. Well, I guess 4 heroes, but, you know, I get 200. That's pretty fucking sick. That's really, really nice. I'm gonna grab myself a casual plate mail here. I like casual plate mail. I'm also rushing Shiva's guard. So I do want physical survivability. They have Ricky. They've got Chaos Knight. They've got Sniper. That's a lot of physical damage there. Right? Really scary in that regard. So something I want to... you know, be careful with, I suppose. I want to be ready. I see I'm being jumped here, so I just TP. Because it's just like, whatever. I'm fine. I'm fine. At this point, I'm kind of shouting at Matt. It's just like, man, no, why? Why did you go in, man? Yeah, Matt definitely overcommitted there. There was actually no way for them to catch me. I started my my TP long before the sniper started his assassinate. Sansa doesn't have a stun. Ricky doesn't have a stun. Chaos Knight isn't around. Enigma isn't around. How are they gonna stop me from TPing? They can't kill me in time. They didn't even get close. Right? So that's kind of the thing. But, Matt kind of went in a little bit too deep. But I suppose that happens. Anyway. We're 20 minutes into the video. If you enjoyed it so far, please don't forget to leave a rating on the video. We'll definitely appreciate that. That would be absolutely fantastic. And, yeah. I guess that would be really helpful. Go check out my Twitch. Follow me on Twitch. I stream every day. I put a lot of effort into it. And by effort, I mean I spend a lot of time there. And no, like, I do put effort into it, right? I try really, really hard. Soon we're going to have a Bob Ross painting stream. Not entirely sure when, but very soon, I promise. Which I think will be a lot of fun. And, yeah. So please go check out my Twitch. Link down below. Oh, and another thing, I guess. Go check out the Discord, discord.gg/MNI. It's a partner Discord, so that's kind of like where I hang out all the time. You know, Frey and Matt and Savis, like all of us. That's where we chill and we play games together. And we often like pull random people in and such and hang out with them too, especially if you're a Twitch subscriber. Oh, we go ahead and lose a guy there. I'm just sitting here tanking, and this is the beautiful thing about Underlord. It's just like, come at me, man. Like, you hardly did any damage to me at this point. I've got 135 damage on my passive now. Activate the urn, heal up really quick. Now we're being attacked by the sniper, but we do have that oracle heal on me. Right? That's just gonna heal me up to full after this. And then we catch 2 more. Go ahead and drop that, keeping them in place for the boat to connect. Sadly, doesn't hit the sniper. He was a little bit too far to begin with. But one more click on him and down he goes. Which means we now have 240 damage going to my team. Just kind of want to like show how crazy that is. Look at how hard that guy hits. Look at how hard he hits. Like everybody at this point just hits like a truck. This tower dies like it's absolutely nothing. And this is the strength of this Aghanims. And this is why I really like the effect. Right? Shiva's Guard is also going to be another item for that pub trade. Now, an item I was already bringing up at this stage was the Radiance, right? Like, the thing if you're playing Underlord as a core, I think Radiance is generally a fantastic choice. It is very, very strong on the hero. Not only is it very strong on the hero, but it's also one of those things that synergizes well with his talents and allows, like, kind of enables his playstyle. Which I guess could be classified as being very strong on the hero, but I kind of wanted to further emphasize the point. The thing is, Underlord works well as a frontliner that just walks in and then just sits there. Well, that's just what he does, right? He's just like, fuck you guys, right? Radiance works fantastic in that style. Not only that, but Underlord has a 12% spell amplification talent at level 15, which I didn't go for. Now, this is something where I'm not sure if it was the right call. 12% spell amplification is very, very good. That is a lot of spell amp. At the same time, at this point, I have no plan to go Radiance, right? I already mentioned, I brought it up. We may want to go Radiance, but the current plan is still to finish the game pretty quickly. We are in a leading position, and we have that Aghanims online. Everybody's alive. Let's push. Let's push. Still, having those 12% spell amp may have been a better choice. But yeah, Shiva's Guard first, and then I thought, well, you know, Shiva's Guard, 40 movement speed, I can just run in and Shiva's them. I don't even need a blink dagger or anything like that. Seems pretty neat. The thing about Underlord's level 15, like Underlord's talents in general are fantastic. Like all of his talents are really, really good. Every single one of them. Which is kind of neat. So we go ahead and get that mid tower. Now it's time to push top. Well, currently it's only, 90, wait, what I'm saying, 30 damage buff. Well, now it's 42, right? But you can see it's still enough. Like, the towers just die. They just die so quick. Well, we got all of the outer towers. We're in pretty good shape here. So I thought, well, let's go ahead and get rid of Roshan really quick, right? Everybody go and get all of your items, because we have a lot of items in the courier. And that's let's kill Roshan, and then afterwards we start pushing. Generally seems like a good idea. Now, this is something that's a bit of a problem in this game. And that is team composition. Our team composition is garbage. It's just not good. Right, like, I would like to say, well, you know, it has some merit here, and it's just not a good team. Our team is really badly composed. A way to make this better, right? Like, how could we possibly make this team composition any better? What could we change? Well, there's quite a few ways. One of the obvious ones would be, instead of having, you know, a Kunkka, I think having a ranged carry would have been wise. We essentially need more ranged presence. Somebody that doesn't need to walk in to deal his damage. Then we have this fight right here. So, I go ahead and drop my Q, which I think is pretty decent. Get a big Shiva's Guard, but they have the Shrine. It's generally not a good time to fight if you're sitting right next to the Shrine. Got Black Hole. I'm still tanking here. I'm still tanking, still standing strong, but we lost the Kunkka. And this is a really big problem, right? We lose the Kunkka. I can't finish the Enigma. I'm not fast enough. We lose the Undying. We lose the Monkey King. And shit. Everybody died. So I go ahead and I cast my ultimate right away. And I think I should be able to do it. And yes. The power of an Underlord, right? I'm just really tanky. I've got Aghanims, I've got Shiva's Guard. I have a lot of survivability. I can definitely get out of there. But the fact that I had to use an Aegis to do it and my entire team died, that was a real problem. Then again, like, I think I did what I was supposed to do right there. I walked in, I was in the middle of the fight for the entire fight. I tanked shitloads of damage, I did a lot of spread. But at the same time, we just never got a kill. We never managed to snowball with that Aghanim, and we lost the Kunkka early. And that is really, like, that was a problem, right? Like, we needed to get some kind of grip on that fight. Just a little bit of a hold in any sort of way. And we got nothing. They just took us apart. There was terrible positioning mostly, right? Like, positioning, I don't mean like we played it badly. It's just like a bad spot to take a fight. I mean, that Shrine saved that Enigma. It saved that Silencer. Getting those kills would have changed everything, but we just couldn't do it. Difficult situation, that's for sure. That's for sure. I'm still doing well though. I mean, I'm level 17. I'm pretty happy. I've put the Guardian Grace into my Quick Boy. Quick Boy? Yes, that's how you say bye, Baumi. No, Quick Boy. But I'm not really sure if I want to go for it. My thing at this point is, my problem is, well, we wanted to push early. We wanted to pop train them early. But it's not really that early anymore. And we haven't really gotten any damage done. Like, yes, we got some outer towers, but their barracks is still healthy. And then the Monkey King just gets caught. And there's nothing we can do. Catch two of them though, which is a really, really nice jump from the Kunkka. And go ahead, take down the sniper, take down the Chaos Knight. Instant buyback from that sniper. Instant buyback from that Chaos Knight. So now we need to retreat. We are silenced up. The Ricky uses his ultimate. It's still a good victory for us. Trading the Monkey King for 2 kills on their main course as well as 2 buybacks is huge. Still means we can't fight though. They get a 4-second stun on me. Enigma jumps forward, and I'm gonna cast my ultimate. So now it's just time to retreat out and group up the team. Group up the team, and out we go. Everybody manages to survive. You can see the power of that, what is it called? Reality Rift? Dark Rift. Reality Rift is Chaos Knight's thing, right? The power of that Dark Rift. They're just simply getting us out of harm's way. Good shit, my man. Good shit. That's all I gotta say about that. That's just some good shit. Good shit. But yeah, we get ourselves home, but we still didn't manage to do any damage, and that's what we really need to do. We don't really win this game late. Our problem is, late game, their team composition is better, and I know I keep going back to that, but Sniper is going to be able to sit in the back, and we have no way of dealing with that. That was a lucky jump, right? Like, we just managed to catch them off guard. It's incredibly rare, and will probably not happen again for the entire game, that there's going to be a Sniper and a Chaos Knight stacked on top of each other. I mean, that should never happen in the first place. There's the Chaos Knight, we find him. Now in the replay, of course, we see that there's also the Ricky, but we spot him too, but it's just not in range. We couldn't do it. No blink daggers. We have no instant initiation. That's another problem. I could get a blink dagger, I guess, but I mean, Underlord is not necessarily the best blink dagger hero. Kunkka goes in, catches one, but then the black hole. And that's a 4-man black hole. And that's just a disaster. An absolute disaster. We take massive damage. I can't even survive that. Like, not even me. At least we return the shot, but the sniper is already fine at this point. We lose 3. We may even lose 4. We've got the Monkey King on the retreat. One more attack is gonna do it. Sven picks it up, and by Sven, I mean the Enigma. Who's called Sven, which is mildly confusing, but that's his name. But yeah, that was a disaster. That was just a bad initiation. You know, you gotta have your team ready for something like that. And we weren't ready. We just weren't around, right? It was a bad moment to go in, and we got punished for it. And at this point, I'm really worried. I am worried. This is not good. This is not good at all. I mean, I haven't really made any item progression ever since I got that Shiva's Guard. No real opportunity to just farm. I haven't gotten a Radiance or Guardian Grease or anything. Like, I'm just sitting on the same stuff. And they are starting to close that gap, right? Now we can see in the replay, the lead is 1,000. That's nothing. There's no lead at 1,000, especially not if we are trying to win fast, right? If we're trying to be the aggressor. A lead of 1,000 means we are behind. And that's not a good spot to be in. Now, luckily enough, and this is another thing I like about this Underlord Aghanims, if we ever get a good fight, if we ever do, we instantly win because we can push so much. Right? A single good fight allows us to push the entire base and instantly win the game. So that's always the good news, right? The comeback potential, if it keeps going this way, will always be there. There will always be a chance for a comeback, no matter how bad it looks. So that's good news. That's for sure. It's definitely for sure. Yeah, let's go and get these fellas. Thank you. Monkey King finds one. The slow connects, and that's a really good spot to be in. I trap him, but we just don't have a stun. We don't have X. We don't have Torrent. Kunkka wasn't in range, and we just simply couldn't do anything. Right? I mean, Underlord does not have a stun. Another weakness in our team composition, right? Like, no initiation, no reliable, easy-to-hit stuns. Nothing. Nothing. Right? Well, on their side, you've got the Malefice? Is that what it's called? I believe so, the Enigma E. Yeah, Malefice. Yeah, they got that. They've got the Chaos Ball. Right? Well, that's reliable. I mean, the duration isn't necessarily, but you know it's gonna stun. And you have a rough idea for how long. So, yeah, Chaos Knight slips us through the fingers, and that's unfortunate. That would have definitely been a good moment to go in. This I'm not happy with. This is the kind of situation where we as a team should really just say, well, I guess we go farm. I mean, like, right now you can see we're just hoping for a moment. We're just fishing for an opportunity. But the chance of it actually happening the way we want it is pretty damn low. In the meantime, they're just farming. Like, they're just getting money from these creeps. Like, I guess so are we. But we're not making any progress. We're not making any progress. They get to stall. And the longer they stall, the further we go away from victory. It's not good news, is it? It's definitely not good news. Sniper got himself a Hurricane Pike, so it's of course kind of scary. We don't know this at that point, at this point, I suppose, but yeah. Anyway, oh, there's a silencer. I find him, or he finds me. I'm not sure. I decide it's probably best to just leave. Luckily, I get a haste there. I think I would have been fine no matter what. Worst case, I'll use my ultimate. And then, oh, we kind of get him, but he interrupts the teleport back with his silence, making sure that he stays safe. So, that's a pretty good win for us, actually. That's actually pretty nice. Yeah. I'm happy with that one, because we've got Global Silence down. And Global Silence is a very powerful ability, so getting rid of it, good shit. Good shit. That's all I gotta say here. Alright. Yeah, but still, we're just kind of like, I don't know, wandering about in this mid lane. I tell my team again, okay, let's try another push. Sadly, we don't have anyone that can just walk up to a tower and push. right? Like, am I gonna do it? I'm Underlord. Hey, what am I gonna do there? Like, I walk up and push, and then like, I hardly do any damage. It just doesn't really work. But I guess I'm gonna walk up and push. I suppose that's what I do, right? And yeah, that's kind of a problem. Again, our team composition. And this is really why a good team composition matters so much. Right? If we had anybody here that could just walk up to this tower and hit it, like a Dragon Knight, we would be in really good shape. We could push, but we just don't. And in the meantime, the sniper is sitting all the way in the back, and we can't get there. We can't close the gap. We can't kill him. We can't do anything to him. Team composition, my boys. It matters. Matters. It's the most important thing. Like, it seriously is. Like, it is the most important thing in the game. If you want to win in Dota, having a good team is the first step. And the most important one. And it's one you've got pretty good influence over, admittedly. Which is why it's kind of weird that so many people get it wrong so often. Maybe we should be getting a little bit better at that, like as a community. Seeing as it is literally the most important thing. It is not very difficult to do, and we still constantly fuck it up. Smoke up, see Roshan is around. We're still scouting, we're hoping to find somebody, but spending quite a bit of time here spotting 3 heroes in the mid and in the bottom lane. I decide, you know what, screw this, we're just gonna go ahead and get ourselves Roshan. We still have that smoke. They shouldn't have an idea that we are here, right? And this should be a pretty quick and easy kill. Pretty quick and easy kill. So we go ahead, start beating up Roshan a little bit, and yeah, there's no response. They have no idea, right? No idea at all. I pick up the cheese, and then we give the edges to the Kunkka. And this, in a moment, is where I fuck up. Let me go in and tell you something. Try to stick to the same inventory slots for your items for the entire game. No matter what it is, right? Always stick to the same inventory slots. I think that is very, very important. Because it just makes it so that you have memorized, like you kind of have like, just okay, well, I'm just gonna like push this button and then this is what happens, right? Now I got myself a cheese and I put it in the bottom right slot, which is where I would usually have my TPs. So I think to myself, well, that doesn't really make a lot of sense for it to be there. Well, I guess I'll move it around. And I put it in the top left slot. That wasn't a good idea. I should have just left it in the bottom right. Do you know why that wasn't a good idea? Because up to this point, in the top left slot, I had my, what's it called? My poor man's shield. Now, in of itself, that would be fine. The problem comes in with, usually, if I have a Shiva's guard, it very often goes in the top left slot. Which means that once I switched my items around, I thought I had a Shiva's guard in my top left slot. So the fight begins. We go ahead and start this. I instantly eat the cheese, trying to use the Shiva's guard. Take massive damage, hoping for heals, oracles in there, and I just fucking drop. And that is bad. Monkey King coming in from behind, trying to do something, but at this point, it's just time to go. It's just time to go home. Absolutely 100% of the time. Monkey King is dead. Pada is still trying to do a little bit of damage, but it's just not going to happen. And they gotta abandon him. But Pada sticks around a little bit longer than I really would have liked him to, and he also ends up going down. Yeah, he tried to just defend the Monkey King, but didn't end up working out. In the end, that entire fight was my fault. I went in deep with the assumption I have my cheese and I can heal myself. I used the cheese accidentally and fuck it up. And I was very frustrated at this encounter, because now it's clear we are behind. Now we're not even just behind in the sense of, well, we should be ahead, but we aren't really that far ahead, so we are kind of behind. No, now we're just behind, right? They're just stronger now. And that's not good news. Oh, that is absolutely not good news. Yeah, if we go ahead and look at these graphs, right, we were doing pretty damn well at one point, but at this point, oh, that is not good. Not good at all. Not good at all. So at this point, I'm just like, fuck it. Time to farm. Right, like this whole pushing situation is just not working. This is just not working. We need to just say, okay, guys, it's time to actually get some items. And what I mean with that is I really, really need my, this is where I get caught. And this just sucked. Admittedly, I should have seen this coming. This was my mistake. Yeah. Dude, sometimes you fuck up. Alright, and that was just not good. And I'm really unhappy about that one too. Right, that was really one of those encounters where I'm just like, oh god. At the same time, I didn't think they were going to be able to do anything with it. And as you can see, they aren't able to do anything with it. So it wasn't like in any way like impactful on the game. It wasn't really a problem. But it was frustrating. And it is even now frustrating, right? It's one of those moments where it's just like, god damn it. I know better than that. I don't know what I was thinking there, but putting that cheese in the wrong button really tilted me for a second. But that's okay. We can recover from that. Right, we have a bit of a break right now to recover from that. Oh, absolutely we do. We've got our Oracle kind of a little bit deep into that territory. I'm not sure what he was thinking. Like, that was one of those moments where I'm just like, okay, you know what, I got caught, but at least I was next to my base, right? I wasn't like all the way in the territory. That was a little weird. But yeah, I decided to go for that Radiance. Like, it's just time. Like, I gotta get that Radiance. I gotta build. I gotta, at this point, get ready for the late game. If we want to win this game is gonna last a little while. We can't finish it right now. That's just not happening. It's gonna be at least an hour 10, maybe 15 minutes. So, I need to be ready for that. I need to be ready for the late game. How do I get ready for the late game? Well, Radiance, and then that opens up a whole bunch of options. Right, like, that's the nice thing about it. We can get Octarine Core, we can go for Manta style even. Probably not, but we could. You know, generally speaking, it just allows us to be a lot more disruptive. Just good. That is really nice. That is really, really nice. Octarine Core, of course, is fantastic, right? Like, Octarine Core, Radiance, on Underlord, I already got Shiva. That's a good situation to be in. I can disassemble the mana boots, turn them into Octarine Core TP boots. It's a path into the late game. That's what we need. That is what we need. Right? We need that plan. So, yeah. Talking about path into the late game. Let me go ahead and go off topic for a bit. And just tell you about something I'm salty about. So, in my Pathfinder game, I'm playing a druid, right? And I want to deal a lot of damage. Now, the only reason why I want to deal a lot of damage, I usually wouldn't care about this, but it is because we have a barbarian in my party, and I'm salty that he does more damage than me. For no good reason. So, I'm trying to min-max my thing. And I'm about to hit level 11. Now, at level 11, you're supposed to be able to deal about 11d6 worth of damage. Right? A lot of spells I have do that. They do 11d6 worth of damage. Which, in case you don't know what that means you roll you roll 11 six-sided die, and that is how much damage you do. Right? 11d6. I, however, have figured out a way to increase my damage output to either 18d6 for most of my spells, or, if I'm feeling really funny, I have a single spell that I can boost up to 48d6. Wait, no. 36d6. Sorry. 36d6. Which is a maximum of 216 damage, which is ridiculous. The problem is... this is the problem. Cerise is not letting me do it. Because I need an Iron Stone. And Cerise is not giving me an Iron Stone. I'm kind of annoyed by that. Alright. Big black hole right here. I'm just sitting in the middle. Right, and this point in the fight is kind of going a little bit south, and I'm worried about that. Kunkka drops low. Right, I'm just running in, trying to spread my radiance, and I'm like, ah, shit. Time to go home. But then the silence, and I'm like, ah, shit. Ah, shit. Ah, fucking shit. God damn it. Tried to cast my ultimate. I just wasn't sure if I should have used it earlier or what. Like, the thing about that situation is I did not know how bad my team was, and they weren't really communicating very much. Like, how bad my team was, like, and how bad of a shape they were, is what I'm trying to say. So, yeah, I ended up dying. We still don't get any push done, right? Like, at least the Kunkka survived, which is really important. I think you could kind of see the Radiance already be pretty impactful, though, so that's good news. I was optimistic after that. I'm just like, oh yeah, the Radiance definitely worked. And then, oh shit, Sniper just dies. It's just like, wait. Wait. You just, like, one-shot the Sniper. And, like, 4 of them are dead now. Well, the Silencer's gonna respawn, and we know that they've got buyback on the other 3. But this was still like one of those moments where it's just like, well, that turned around really quickly. That was weird. Okay, okay. Well, I'm gonna resurrect in a second. Right? I'm gonna be ready. And then there's a Ricky. And sadly, team doesn't really quite have what it takes to deal with the guy, because who really needs detection anyway? And then he just fucking kills himself. Right? And then there's, oh shit, there's the Silencer. We trap him. We go in. And he goes down. And at this point, I am finally getting my opportunity to do my my Aghanims thing. You know, this is what I'm here to do. And this is what I've been waiting for all game. Because now we're in pretty good shape. It's Enigma, Chaos Knight, and Sniper against our entire team. So they jump me. And it's just like, what are you doing? Don't jump me. Jump anybody else. He goes down. There is the Enigma. I chase him. He activates the BKB. Oh, that's okay. I can wait. I'm not in a hurry. She was gone. I tried to slow him, but I underestimated how long his BKB lasts. Nonetheless, so I'm just giving my team damage, and you can see. Oh yeah, they do damage. They do damage. So I'm being healed up by the Oracle. I'll be back to full in no time. I've got 175 spread now. Or 180. Right? The big AoE. And I'm like, oh. Well, let's push again. We got our barracks. This is what we've been waiting for so long. Isn't that weird how it goes? You know, like, Dota is always considered as like purely 100% skill-based game, right? But we just got a huge amount of pushing done because of a random crit from the Kunkka. It was entirely random. 265. 265, my friends. Walking in. Walking in. I get the Shiva, I get the trap. He 4-stars himself away, as you would expect. But that's fine. I'm not too worried. I'm kind of shouting at my Oracle right now for some heals. Matt, gonna be forced to retreat. They use a dust, which is kind of a little bit weird. I mean, I guess Kunkka, but he was out. Like, he was far out. There is the Enigma. He runs in. He's looking for a black hole, but he's not gonna get it. We split up. We absolutely split up. I've got my 230 now. Run in. We lose the Undying, which is unfortunate. And I cast my ultimate, run back in, just to distract them a little bit, and get home. Get home safe. Get home to safety. And that was good. That was good. We didn't get top barracks. We didn't quite get that. Or we did get mid. And all of a sudden, we got our lead back. And we're looking healthy. And this is what we needed all along. Alright, again, this is the opportunity we were looking for. So we're looking strong at this point. We've got a bunch of items on my team, right? If you... Wait. Which button is it? This one? No. No, that's the pause button. That's the wrong button. Ah, this button. There we go. I found it. Yes. You can see there are a lot of items available on our team now. Kunkka's just going for a bunch of crits. Yeah. Matt is not known for going for the... most standard builds, I suppose. But yeah, you can see, like, items are starting to come online, which is really what we need. I'm starting to get a little bit of additional money, too. And, good fight, man. Good fight. Good fight. But yeah, to circle back to the Pathfinder thing, because, like, I spent so much time researching how to maximize, like, how much damage I can do. And all I need caster level 12. That's what I need. I need caster level 12. I'm level 10. I'm gonna be level 11 really soon. Which is part of, like, my plan. But, I mean, I'm gonna be level 11 really soon. And then, to get to caster level 12 as a druid, the only way to do it is to have an iron stone. Which I need an iron stone. Well, Sovis is saying that I'm I can't buy it anywhere. There are no magic shops. I'm like, but we may be able to get our hands on one anyway. I think Chris has something in mind. I think he can craft one. Which I'm excited about. Because, goddamn, I want my iron stone. I care far too much about that shit, man. Yeah, I don't know. This is what I do in between Pathfinder sessions, right? Like between the sessions where I am playing, you know, a character. I just look up how to like proceed from here. You know, I plan story, like what do I want to do. I plan my hello, what's up? Yeah, I'm kind of recording right now. Just give me a little bit. Okay. But I also plan my you know, my skills and such. I make my skills, my spells. You know, I make lists of which spells I use for which situations. I know, it's like the biggest fucking nerd shit. I know. But it's fun. It's enjoyable. It's something to do in my off time. You know? I work a lot. I do work a lot. And this is just something I do when I'm not working. And it's really relaxing for me. It's just fun. So it's like such a different thing where I just can't get my mind off of everything completely. Alright. Gonna go ahead and clear out Roshan again. Yeah, I mean, we're confident right now, right? Like, we're feeling good about this. And Roshan is gonna be a quick kill. I pick up the cheese. Hopefully this time I'm not gonna fuck it up. That would be nice. We give the edges to the Kunkka, who will hopefully be able to use it. You may be able to tell, I'm not switching my cheese around. Alright, we go in. Find the sniper. He's dropping low, but not quite enough to kill him. Nonetheless, I'm already giving a lot of damage to my team. Bolt comes out, doesn't connect on that Enigma. I was very surprised by that. But we do manage to get the sniper anyway. Sniper goes down. The huge cleave coming in yet again. And my team is starting to deal damage. 100 to everybody. 100 to everybody. I eat the cheese. We go ahead and kill the silencer. 290 to everybody. 290. And now you can see, this is what I meant with, at any point, if we ever win a good fight, it's just over. The game is just done. Because we deal so much damage right now. Every single one of us. And you can see we're pushing this super easily, with 2 players on my team refusing to attack the Ancient. For no reason. Come on, guys. Come on. What are you doing? Attack the goddamn Ancient. So yeah. I really like this Aghanims. I think it's super, super strong. Very situational. Requires a very specific team. But if you can't have that, it's awesome. Alright. Let me go ahead and do the giveaway, and then that's gonna do it for today. So today's winner is Jeff Ward. You win. Let me go ahead and do this. And actually, wait, let me check what this comment was about, because I think... nah, never mind. I think he's talking about, like, Twitch and a larger cut and such. I guess since... Here, how about this? Let's do this. This is a nice little clink set. But yeah, let me talk about that really quick. So I need 500 subscribers on Twitch for 2 months. If I can have that, then I get a better deal, which makes significantly more money. But until I have that, I'm stuck with what I've got. I already asked them. I can't do anything about it. But yeah. Oh well, we'll work on it. Alright, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Don't forget to leave a rating on the video. Goodbye.